Not the first time you've been in the lead, but from your perspective, would you say that this is a significant departure, a new thing for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's certainly, most of the films that I've done have not been number two to white hot, movie stars, and sharing the poster with them. So yeah, I guess that is new. I hope it succeeds. I had fun doing it because I was in a lot of it, and so you can kind of, you don't have to, it's a whole, I don't want to get into a whole actor conversation, but it's, if you know you've got 100 scenes to play with, you can sort of, map out a little bit of a way to navigate to the finish line, as opposed to having just maybe a handful of scenes. Kind of got to cram a lot in, so I like that a lot.
Well, I think you might be being a little bit humble. I think other people, Jennifer included, would say that you weren't playing second, you really were out there in front, and
well,
maybe
let's be
a little
clear,
bit.
there's no movie without Jennifer. So
Oh, sure, I understand. I
ergo
understand.
number two.
But maybe a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more deep, if for lack of a better way to describe it.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff in this film that is not jokey and was important to sort of be real with, and the hard part was done by the writer, Alan Loeb, and a lot of these lines that he wrote are very sort of sincere and well written, and so you do just kind of have to speak them to be good. The directors let us kind of tweak them a little bit, and hopefully we got near great. But yeah, this is not all fun and games. There's there's the rom part of the rom-com that we do as well. So and hopefully that's presented in a way that's fresh and unique and not tired.
And also cool beyond, you and Jennifer, you've got Jeff, you've got Juliet, you've got Patrick, you've got some, people, some really serious acting chops, filling out the whole cast with you.
Yeah, it was very nice to see the way that they cast the film. I know that sometimes there's a tendency on the financiers' end to try to name up as high as possible in any part for purposes of filling the seats or. Now, the people that you mentioned certainly have names, but I think they're considered actors before they're considered celebrities. So that was kind of a nice effort on the casting department's part.
I always like New York movies. I mean, you just see the camera start to settle in on street shots and so forth. How is that for you to spend a significant amount of time on the streets of New York?
Well, I've always wanted to live in New York, still to this day. My wife doesn't share my passion to move there full time. So anytime I can get a job there and play house for, I think in this case it was 3 months, it was great. That was almost the highlight of the working experience. So, maybe a play next where I could stay there even longer, 6 months. I don't know, or maybe I just get a few more movies and I can afford to get a place there. That might be better.